Hello and welcome back on the Wolf Quest. My name is Catherine, and at the moment I'm in Las Vegas, baby! So last night, me and my boyfriend went out and did something pretty unevolved of us. To make myself feel a little bit better about last night, I feel like I need to extract some kind of lesson from it, because otherwise I'm so angry. I feel like my head's gonna blow up. This experience made me think that I should really start trusting my intuition and the gut instinct. So we decided we want to go and check out some of the famous casinos here, maybe go to a couple of bars, have a few drinks, and I thought we were being pretty mature about it, because we sat down and we discussed. So how much are we prepared to lose in the casinos or on drinks before we get up and go home? So we decided, well, $400 is significant enough to regret, but not the kind of amount that would wreck our finances, so we decided to go with that. You know, they talk about casinos being set up so that you drink more, you gamble more, you feel like you can win your money back. And I thought I could resist that, but man, these people here, like, they know what they're doing. We had a few drinks and then we won some money, we lost some money, and then quite a few hours later, we were down 10 times that amount. That's it, the money's gone. It's gone. $4,000 is a big amount for some people, or not so significant for others. For us, it felt like a pretty serious downer because we love traveling and we've been traveling a lot this year, and $4,000 could have got us 3 months traveling around India, not caring for a thing in the world. I knew that stuff like this happens in Vegas. I just don't understand how we ended up there. If you're going to Vegas, leave all your worries behind. What I do know is that somewhere in the middle of the night, where we were down by about $1,000, I mean, it was some money, but whatever, we're in Vegas once, right? We're just having some fun. I had this very strong gut feeling that I want to leave. I want to walk out of the door. Then I thought, I don't want to spoil the fun. You know, maybe we'll win it back. Maybe we should stay for longer. So I kind of rationalized it to myself. And stupidly, I stayed and my boyfriend stayed and we lost more money. So the lesson that I feel like I've learned from all of this is to follow my gut feeling and my intuition. And when my rational mind is out of the window, I can still rely on that feeling, and hopefully I will listen to it next time. I feel like when living our busy, stressful lives, it is often very difficult, first of all, to recognize intuitive or gut instincts, and secondly, to trust it, to know that it is there to help us make decisions that are more in line with our true selves. A lot of the time in the past, I would be confused. I'd have some sort of intuitive hunch, but it's very subtle. It's not a very strong signal, or maybe I didn't know how to listen to it properly. But what I've noticed last night is that sometimes I have this overbearing feeling about something, and it's there for sure. It's very real to me. I can really feel it in my body. My body wants to get out of the room. My energy is gone, or I have an increase of energy about something. I feel like listening to those type of signals is the easiest way to start working with intuition, is when you feel like you have a very clear signal about something, and then paying attention to it, recognizing it, and taking the action. You may have a question, but how do I feel intuition in the first place? It's can be quite a woo-woo concept for a lot of us, because I think a lot of the time we learn to suppress our intuitive hunches or feelings that we have about something as not to be listened to because it's not coming from our rational mind. In life, I like to use both. I think the best decisions that I've ever made, I've thought about it, I weighed pros and cons, advantages and opportunity costs, but I would also have quite a strong sort of positive or a negative feeling about it. Now that I'm talking about intuition, which is making me feel a little bit better about the whole thing last night, I'd like to share with you an exercise that's really helps me to figure out where in my body do I feel and how do I feel those intuitive hunches. The same hunches that I have been actively ignoring last night. At least I know where they are. This was shared with me by a coach called Brooke Wolf. I'll leave a link to her social media at the end of the video. And I found it the most helpful out of everything I've studied and experimented around the topic of intuition. The exercise is quite simple. You can try it after watching this video, and it will help you to recognize how and where do you feel your intuitive hunches, so that when they come up, you are more able to recognize them. And well, then you can decide if you want to sort of trust this hunch or not, or also check in with what your brain is telling you to do. You first need to quieten the mind. You can practice any type of meditation that you know. You can concentrate on your breath coming in and out. You can pay attention to sensations in your body, or to the sounds, or maybe use a mantra for meditating, whatever helps to still the mind. So for example, you can use the breath meditation, so you concentrate on the breath coming in and out. You could do it for 5 to 10 minutes or longer if you need to. You're just trying to get yourself to a place where you feel more grounded and more settled in the present moment. Once you feel more grounded, you bring to mind an image of an event or an experience that, if it happened to you right now, it would make your life that much more amazing. And it has to be something very important to you right now, or you can think about something to do with your work or social life or anything you like. Say, for example, if you want to attract a wonderful, loving, caring relationship in your life, and this is something that's on your mind a lot at the moment, you can choose that, and then you bring to mind the images of what it would feel like to have that partner in your life right now. What would you do together? How do you spend time together? What are they like? What are they into? How does it make you feel to be with that person? And once you've saturated your mind with those images, pay attention, where do you feel it and how do you feel it in your body? See if you can give it a color or a shape. That would be your intuitive yes response to something. That yes would be a great thing to have in your life, and that would help you to feel more aligned with your path, with your true self. For me, the yes response usually feels like this expanding fuzzy pink balloon around my abdomen area. Once you've done that, you're now going to move on to recognizing your intuitive no response. And to do that, you're going to imagine the worst case scenario. Like if you're working with relationships again, you can imagine what it would feel like to be with a grumpy, unhelpful, unsupportive partner who doesn't trust in you, who doesn't treat you well. As terrible as this make you feel during the exercise, this could really help to recognize your intuitive no response. And again, once you've saturated your mind with those terrible images, pay attention, where do you feel it and how do you feel it in your body? And then try and see if you can give this sensation a shape and a color. So for me, it feels like this kind of 3D cold black metal triangle in my solar plexus area. It feels kind of yucky and spiky. So once you've experienced what it feels like to have a strong positive or strong negative response towards something in your body, then when you need to make a decision that maybe is not so drastic like what we've been working with here, it's likely that you will feel a similar type of response, but it might be more subtle. But at least now you know where to listen to it and how to listen to it. You kind of anchored it in your body. So give it a go. I'd love to hear how you get on, and if you have any questions, let me know. If you can't be bothered to do the exercise, well, at least making this video made me feel a tiny bit better about the whole thing that happened last night. So my hope is that from now on, not only will I recognize my strong intuitive hunches, but also follow them. If you have any other practices that you use to really tune into your intuition, to your internal guidance, let me know. Leave it in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel. Yeah, the button is somewhere here. And make sure you press the bell button so that you hear about the videos as they're being posted. I'll see you in the next video and have yourself a wonderful day.
If you're going to Vegas, be ready